second game is going to be between the star Hotshots, struggling so far sa ating Governor's Cup, up against the Alaska Aces. So yan ang ating mga starting lineups, Dr. J. Baroka and Yap ang backcourt para kay Coach Tim Con. Pingris in the middle, Devance and Blakely on the flanks. Para naman sa Alaska, it's Casio and Baguio sa backcourt. Sanitos in the middle, Romeo Travis and Rome De La Rosa starting once again at forwards. And this quarter is brought to us by Motolife. For express at its service, call 370-6686. First blood drawn by Romeo Travis.
Siguro napakinggan niya yung sinabi mo. Exactly what he did. Offensive rebound and the putback. So that's high percentage plus 1 rebound statistic.
Ito bagong uniforme ng Star Hotshots, now sporting this new name for the team. Ayan na naman. But ito, you talk about being consistent and certain constancy on your team. Marcus Blakely in his 4th campaign para rito sa kanyang franchise, and we know what to expect from him all the time.
Well, when he first came in, runner-up yan, pangalawa, champion yan. Then last tournament also naglaro yan even in the big import. And he led that team to actually a 3-0 or 4-0 start. So he's a guy that they really need to pick up his game. I mean, I think he can give much more than he has given. And that's what they're looking for in the next few games.
You look at his numbers, sabi nga natin, he leads the team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. But turnovers as well. About 5 turnovers every ball game. So needs to take care of the ball a little more. Inside, tapik palabas ang bola, Baguio. Lost only 3 seconds, Dr. J, to shoot. Rome De La Rosa. Hindi na may pasa ang bola inbounds. Had to burn a timeout, not even 1 minute into the ball game. Hindi na may inbound from the baseline. So they have to talk about it. Kailangan mag-step up dito. It's been said in the past as JV Casio misses a desperation 3 by the famous coach in the United States, Pat Riley. No rebounds, no rings. And, so you have to get that ball, clear the defensive glass kasi you need the possessions in order to score on the other end.
Isa pa, partner, if you don't force missed shots and then get the defensive rebounds, may konti ang pass breaks mo. You don't have pass breaks which are high percentage shots.
Ito si Rome De La Rosa, he's a rookie. And past few ball games, he's been playing extended minutes. Pinalalaro siya nito si Coach Alex Compton. And he has shown the willingness to actually fight inside for rebounds and to drive to the basket. He's got into the line a few times sa kanilang huling dalawang laro.
Well, in his career with the Red Lions, San Beda, he was a small forward, which is the position they need with the lineup they're putting there because their import is the 4 and you have Sanitos as the 5. So getting him to play the 3 before you bring in Abueva, well, Abueva kasi pwedeng 3 and 4 yan, it makes you, first of all, it preserves the foul trouble of Abueva.
Right. At nakakontribute pa siya on the offensive end. That's 2 free throws para kay De La Rosa. 4-3 added score. 10.5 remaining. First quarter action pa lang. Blakely looking for his teammates. Sumabit si JV Casio and Mark Baroka. That's going to be a personal on JV. Kanyang una yan.
Even if he tries to make some protestations to referee Aquino, I like that call because you're preventing a player from making a cut to the basket by holding him down. This is not allowed. So it was a good call by the ref.
Now at the post, si Mark Pingris. Kicks it out to James Yap. Ito, ang inaantay nilang pumutok. Unang ball ko lang. Stress na agad ang pinasok ni James Yap. That's brought to us by PLDT Home Evolution. Turns your ordinary TV to an internet TV. Pagsakan ng player sa loob, Romeo Travis able to retrieve the loose ball and lay it right in.
Ang lakas talaga ng shoot ball nito. But number 1, there was no, for De La Rosa, he sat down too much. James Yap is one of the best shooters in the league. And you don't leave him alone. You stick to him.
Rookie mistakes. Nakalimutan yan si James Yap happens to be a 2-time MVP. Here's Marcus Blakely. Kaliwa naman ang kanyang ginamit. 5 points in the game para kay Mr. Everything.
You like what Blakely is doing here. He's taking it hard to the inside where he can score easily. At the same time, kung fa-foul siya, okay lang yun. Get the other players into foul trouble.
Nice ball fake inside mula kay Sanitos and then he gets that inside incursion. Sanitos' numbers this season mababa dahil injuries and he was out for an extended period of time. He's been battling with little aches and pains, Dr. J. But we all know that when he goes to work in that post, pwede pa rin.
Only 2 years ago, I think he was the most loved and probably most sought after center for the PBA, for any team. Any team wanted him. But you know, the back aches and all, then eventually the therapies that he had to undergo, medyo took a lot out of him. He's getting older.
So all the banging he's been doing through the years, he's also represented the national team in certain tournaments. Ito si Mark Barroca on the run. That one-handed push shot that the star Hotshots likes to attempt. Gets that 4-point lead para sa kanyang koponan. 12-8, 8:32 remaining. First quarter of action. They go back to the post dito kay Sonny Toss. No look pass inside to De La Rosa who brings it back out. Decides to step back. Jumper niya, wide left dyan. Rebound ni Ping.
Yan ang gustong shot ng Star Hotshots for Alaska. You know, a rookie fading away from afar and nobody in a possible offensive rebound situation.
Nagkakapisikalit yung dalawa, si Toff at si Blakely. This is the play a while ago. Fast break brought to us by Smart Bro. Tomorrow's internet.
Well, by bringing back Barroca to the starting lineup, I think we give him a lot of confidence. Dalawa ng dikit itong nakakana ni James Schaap. Isang 3-point at isang jump shot coming off a down screen by his teammate.
Tingnan natin reaction ng mga Star Hotshot fans na nandito
Tuwan-tuwa
sa loob.
sila,
Oh, dahil siyempre, you know, this guy can go on crazy shooting streaks. We've seen it time and again in the past. So 2 out of 2 so far from the field. They get the rebound. Chance to extend this 6-point lead. JDV hands it over to Blakely. Not the pick. Nakuha ni Romeo Travis. That's a turnover. White shirts will attack. Nakuha ni Travis. 16-foot jumper.
Still a good shot. Good set off the play.
Barroca no look cross-court pass kay JDV. That was off. Kita natin mula sa angulo.
Well, there was a good closeout there by Romeo Travis. You have to do that. Siyempre, may ilang ka pag may dumadating ng malaki o makamasipal-pal.
You know, you talk to Coach Alex Compton, nothing but praise para rito kay Romeo Travis. Oh, alam niya daw yung kailangan niyang gawin. He knows how to fit into the system. Doesn't need to hog the ball. And a high percentage shooter. Now passes out to JB Casio. That's way off para kay Casio.
Well, 2 outside shots by JB Casio, not ringing the bell. Medyo malalayo. Here's another attack to the basket pero naagawan.
Baguio was ahead of the pack pero mali ang talbog ng bola. Nakakuha ni James Yap. May numbers ang Alaska A's
Nice
defense.
move.
Pero yung move, bumitin lang ang layup ni Mark Barroca. But it's not like he's gonna go to the line para sa dalawang free throws. Second foul on Sonny Toss. 4th team foul on the Alaska Aces.
What's very obvious in this game, Charlie, is the desperation on the part of the Star Hotshots. They really want to play hard this ball game. Their defense is so much better.
Off on the line, kanya mga free throws, and then shots are Smart, Liv Moore. And almost halfway through the first quarter, labas muna si Rom De La Rosa. Pinasok na si The Beast, Calvin Abueva.
Well, De La Rosa missed 2 jump shots from the outside, wide open. He did make 2 free throws earlier. So now you need some scoring because you're down by 7 here at this stage.
Yung energy level na may-inject nitong si Calvin Abueva whenever he enters the ballgame. His numbers aren't as high as usual. His minutes are actually down, pero whenever he comes in, you know he can make things happen. This time he sets up Sonny Toss para sa 16-foot house set shot na pinasok itong si The Boss.
Still one of the best team that executes the half-court game ang Alaska Aces.
Fingers. The pass deflected. And Devans loses it out of bounds. It's another turnover 4th. And yun ang hilig ng Alaska. Since the first conference, they've really stepped up their defense this season. Medyo nag-falter lang nung Commissioner's Cup. But now it's back. Those hands na malikot na in the passing lanes, natatapik nila ang bola.
Yeah, and they know who are the outside shooters that they cannot leave. But the others, they do shut down a lot.
Eric Knipe, he's been doing it for years in the PBA. Steady pa rin ang kanyang jumper.
Still a very good player. You know, he may not get the minutes that he used to get. Maybe not that power at the low post position. But still a very steady, heavy player.
Sa post na si Barroca, double team was there. Simon, momentarily open, elected not to shoot. Devans throws it up from 3. That's brought to us by PLDT Home Evolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV.
Why do the Star Hotshots play hard against Alaska? They really play really hard. And the same, and dito on the other side. Pareho rin.
They met in the quarterfinals last conference at tinampakan ng Pure Boys itong Star itong Alaska. 3 straight games.
With a 1-3 record of Star Hotshots, inamin ni Coach Tim that they really are struggling and that their standing really reflects the capacity that they've been showing. Hindi naman daw bago ang slow start para sa Pure with Star Hotshots, but it is becoming a bit of a concern dahil teams are getting better at ang pangamba ay baka mahirapan silang makahabol. But if anything, Coach Tim is not displeased with any of his players. Collectively, yes, they are not as happy pero buo pa rin ang kanilang kumpiyansa. They've been in this kind of situation before at napag-usapan na daw ang adjustments na dapat mangyari. And hopefully tonight, as they go against a more consistent Alaska Aces with a 3-1 record, they walk the talk for a more promising conference ahead. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat. That was Eric Capadilla reporting. At alam mo, Dr. J, yung nga sinabi ni Tim Cone. Prior to this game, he was interviewed and he said, I think it's time for us to do some action. Kailangan ipakita natin na we want to win. Hindi pwedeng puro kwento lang. Tapos na yung kwento eh.
Yeah.
Kailangan gawin na nila on the hard court.
Yeah, you just can say that we'll come back and win. No?
Alvin Abueva, jumper from outside, cuts the lead down to just 4. 18-14. Star has been leading for most of this first quarter.
Look at Abueva's got a nice new hairdo that makes him look like he's 6'2 and a half. So maybe about 6'1 and a half.
Medyo pinatubo ng konti. Ito, the rebound nakuha ni Calvin Abueva. Lead pass to Romeo Travis. Masyadong malakas.
I think that was a good pass. It was Travis not knowing Abueva. He should be running towards the hoop. That ball would have been right in his hands for an easy layup. He stopped running. He looked for where the ball was.
Tremendous nga si Travis gives Abueva a thumbs up sign.
RG Azul coming in the ball game. He is together with Banchero, so he's playing the 2 position.
We always talk about yung backcourt itong Alaska Aces. Whenever JD Casio steps out, the guys that come in are really even more pesky on defense. Banchero and Azul, tapos andyan pa si Ping Exeminiano,
Yes.
who comes off that bench for physical, rugged defense in the backcourt. Hirap na hirap palagi ang mga guardia ng kabilang koponan.
Yes, and all of them can shoot from the 3-point territory. That's the advantage that they have when they use their guards.
Big guys can kick it out, you know, that pinapasok nila, especially RJ Azul scoring well so far in this conference for the Alaska Aces. Eric Ment trying to get some space at that post. Blakely and Abueva. And some action between the two. Marcus Blakely didn't like the fact that Abueva blocked his way towards the ball. Pero yung referee, pinapupunta yung mga players sa kanila ng mga bench.
Let's take a look at this. It looks like this was almost outside. Parang sa outside the not sure. Then he pushed him to get him out of the way. So that's the initial reaction of referee Aquino, and now they will review that.
I think they will find that nothing really happened on that play.
Ang mali lang dito ni Eric Ment, he already had the opportunity right away when he had no move to give the ball back to Azul. He went to the baseline and found nothing. So there he got himself into trouble.
Well, you know, Blakely and Abueva,
It's just a loose ball foul, which is the right call.
they might be cut from the same mold. Itong dalawang players na ito, they play so similarly at such a high level of energy. These were just two guys hustling to get a loose ball. Pero natawagan ng loose ball foul si Marcus Blakely at Coach Tim Cone. Can't believe it. Napatawag tuloy siya ng timeout. 3:28 remaining sa ating first quarter. 4-point lead para sa Star Hotshots. Lamang ng 4 ang Star Hotshots. Marcus Blakely. That's why Coach Tim Cone was really upset bago tayo nag-timeout, Dr. J. Sapagkat 3 personal fouls na si Blakely dito pa lang sa first quarter. So they have to sit him down right now. Ang Banchero fails to beat the 24-second shot clock. So kailangan mag-all Filipino muna itong Star Hotshots.
Well, you know, they have the lineup. They have Pingris, you have the Vans. Those are quality players. Plus, obviously, Rafi Rivas has proven himself in the last year and a half. He wasn't used in the game against San Miguel. Nick Parisi got a lot of playing time. That's a nice pass. That pass of Rafi Rivas setting the back screen.
Those are the things na kayang gawin ni Rafi Rivas. Good passing from the post. Can defend very well and rebound. Pero si Alex Malyari hit in that basket and he has played very well scoring-wise para sa kanilang koponan. He's actually the leading local scorer, averaging 12 points a game in this conference so far.
there's a good shot by Eric May because he does have an advantage there at the post against Vance. Vance open again.
Checks to pass dito kay PJ Simon. Still 10 seconds on the Star shot clock. They go to Pingris. Pingris Abueva. Explosive matchup out to Simon. The drive. One-hander. Finds the mark.
That could really help his confidence because he's not really been shooting the ball well. He needed that ball to roll into the basket.
Azul decides to let fly from 3. Masyadong malakas. Pero offensive rebound ni Chris Banchero. First 24 for the Aces. Banchero will attack and leave it para kay the muscle man, Vic Manuel.
Those extra possessions really hurt you. Cuts down the lead of the Star Hotshots to only 6. Still plenty of time left here in our first quarter. Well played first quarter.
Ano naman, Maxi Rivas always a threat to pass that ball to a cutter. Punta kayo dito kay PJ Simon. Simon wants to challenge the defense of Azul. Shoots over him, it rolls out, and Rivas offensive rebound.
This
And
ball
loose ball
foul.
follow. Ngayon may bagong pinasok na naman si Coach Tim Con. Alain Maliksi comes in para kay Joe Devant. They lose some height, but some scoring now. Mula rito kay Maliksi, a guy who can create shots. Snipped away by Banchero. At yun ang sinasabi natin palagi, when you're playing up against guys like Banchero, Eximiliano, Hazul, you can't rest because they're always there poking at that ball.
Yeah, you better make sure that you have a good grip on the ball because you're not going to lose it. That's another nice play for Simon. But good defense by Banchero, not jumping on the shot fake.
Ano na lang sa shot clock.
Watching turn to his right.
On the way up, traveling, dragged his feet. And Abueva and Pingris, you see them, nakis-kisa ng konti doon sa baseline.
Well, that's nothing. That's just like saying hello between these two players.
Kamusta?
Yeah, how are you?
Banchero. To Azul. And more time, more daylight, and he drills the 3, RJ Azul.
5-0 run here by Alaska, cutting down that lead to 3. Under a minute left.
45 to be exact. Pingris gusto puntahan si PJ Simon. Unable to get the ball to him. Shot clock down to 8 seconds. Malyari turns. Let's fly. Pasok yung tira off the glass. Chance for a 3-point play. Alex Malyari has been playing splendidly para kay Coach Tim.
And this time he's coming off the bench, but he has been very aggressive in taking advantage of the mismatches that he gets on an isolation play.
Kompleto na yan.
Remember,
Nice three back.
this guy was originally drafted high by San Miguel, and then eventually, somebody forgot somebody.
Oh.
That's a mortal sin,
Eric Meck, Dr. J, parang nagulat nga na libreng-libre siya. Medyo nag-hesitate o idadunk pa niya o i-layup lang.
Nung araw, pwede. Tama na yan. That gives them a possibility of a 2-on-1. That's going to be another foul on Abueva. And that's his second personal foul.
Penalty na ang Alaska Aces. They got 3 quick fouls early in the quarter. So now, they're gonna put Maliksi at the line para for dalawang free throws. Stretch this lead with 20.7 remaining sa ating first quarter. You can see the Star Hotshots communicating throughout this first quarter. They've been talking, they've been huddling during certain breaks in the action. Kailangan talaga yun eh. They have to try to come back, into fighting form altogether.
Yeah. Now, there are a couple of fouls to give on the part of the Star Hotshots. Although last shot ito para sa Alaska, they must be aware na may foul to give on kalaban nila.
8 to go.
If you're going to start from far out there, they can foul you. They trapped it.
Pero napasok na sa loob kay Vic Manuel. No foul called. The good defense on that possession para sa Star Hotshots. They hold their ground. They led for most of the first quarter. First 12 minutes end, lamang ng 6 ang Star.